This week we're going to read on the coming Sabbath day the portion of Miketz, which tells us of how Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream. Normally we say Pharaoh's dreams. He had two dreams that we know about. But he had a dream that the miserable-looking skinny cows, 7 skinny cows, swallowed the healthy ones. And he also had a dream of the shibolim, the sheaves, the thin stakot, the skinny sheaves, swallowed the larger, healthier-looking sheaves. Those are the two dreams we all know about. And Pharaoh had these dreams, and they shook him, and he woke up, and he called his experts. In those days, dreams and interpretation was an art. It was a science of those times, and he had experts who helped him. And yet they could not interpret the dreams of Pharaoh. And then it comes to his knowledge and awareness that there's this young man, Yoseph, a prisoner, who interprets dreams, and he's brought to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh tells him his dream, and Joseph says to him, it's one dream, and he interprets for him his dream. Now, in this whole story, we read of two dreams when we read the story of the experts of Pharaoh trying to interpret the dreams, and one dream that Joseph says it is. If we listen to Pharaoh, he insists that Chalom Echad, that he had one dream. But his interpreters interpret what they hear from him as two dreams. And that's why he's not satisfied. He realizes that their interpretation is wrong. He had a dream. And why are they taking his dream and splitting it up into two? Pharaoh tells the story to Yoseph. And Yosef is the one man who realizes, notwithstanding he's not got a degree in interpreting dreams, that it's one dream. Why does he see one dream and they two? Because Yosef was a listener. He listened to everything that he heard from Pharaoh. Those Khartoumim, those interpreters, the professional interpreters, they didn't listen to Pharaoh. Had they listened and taken into account exactly what he said, they would have realized that he is telling one dream. They didn't. And this is a tremendously important lesson, to learn to listen. You know, sometimes somebody tells us his tzarot, his difficulties, we get so fed up with it and so bored with it. We turn off and on, and we let him speak, and then we say yes, yes, and we continue, let him speak. He needs us to listen to the whole story, but we don't. And sometimes we say, give him advice on basis on the end of the story, on the middle of the story, there's something we read, but we haven't listened properly. Yosef was a great listener. He listened from A to Z. He listened to the whole story. He listened and he heard and he understood. And from Yosef, I think we can learn a tremendous lesson, how important it is that when you're speaking to somebody who's in trouble, or feels he's in trouble, or wishes to open his heart to you and tell you his dreams, listen to him. Listen to everything he says. Don't consider you know what he's going to say. Listen to him. That's the only way you can help. From Yosef, we learn that if you're a good listener, you can give good solutions to problems. And if you're not a good listener, then you are doing a disservice to the person who trusts you. Nowadays, it's very difficult to be a good listener. We have all these distractions. You see, in a coffee bar, a man takes his wife to have a coffee and cake and to have a chat between them. And what's their chat? Each one's holding their telephone and playing around with the telephone. And that's how they're conversing. There's so many distractions. We must learn to listen. That's the message we can learn from Yoseph. And you can see if you listen well, listen here and hear well, you can do so well, just as Yoseph did, from being a prisoner to becoming a regent in Egypt. Shabbat Shalom.
Moment of Wisdom. Sub-brief and life-changing moments. Join us. Subscribe to Moment of Wisdom channels on YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.